What's going on, you Buttes? Welcome back to another episode of Men Behind the Mitts. I am your host, Big J, being joined by Silk, whose microphone is currently off, so he's not going to say hi right now. It's okay. It's just me. All you need is me for this intro. It's great to be back. Great to have you guys with us again. And thank you for all of our return listeners and all of our previous listeners. We love having you guys back and getting messages and getting mixed in with you guys. Definitely feel free to check out our YouTube. We got the video up over there. The YouTube channel has been going well. We're trying to get that to grow. So definitely drop some likes, maybe hit a little subscribe. You know, it's free. It just helps us hit the little bell, get some notifications, guys. I'm just throwing that in here on the intro. Just maybe you'll do it right now. I don't know. Maybe just take a chance, take a pause and do it. Just get it done. But welcome to the episode, guys. We got a good one lined up for you here. I almost burned my house down and we got plenty to talk about hockey wise. Let's get it going. Soft roll. We are back. We're back. And I'm feeling it. Dude, first off, so big shout out to welcome everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Sorry, you know, me and Silk, we get talking before we hit the record button, coming in hot. We've already got ideas, and I just forgot. I got excited. I look next to me. I got a whole stack of toys next to me, and I'm pretty excited about this. Shout out to my buddy Chris Charney. Hooked it up, bro. He hooked it up months ago, and I've been meaning to show them, and I took everything off my desk. I wish I could show you because I'm changing my office around. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'm going to have a new background bookshelf. We're spicing things up over here. Okay. We got to change the background. I feel like it's been like this too long. You know, we got to spice some things up. So we're doing that. you're like, yeah, sure.
I'm listening. Okay. I want to hear the master plan.
But bro. So my buddy hit me up and he was like, this is just, I'm just going to talk about this now because I just looked at it and I got excited again. So my buddy hit me up. He was like, hey man, I've got these old hockey toys. They're in their original case. They're in their original plastic and everything. He was like, do you want them? I was like, yeah. How much do you want for them? He was like, no, you can have them. I was like, what a blessing. What a blessing. So I found, and what's dope is I actually found one. I was looking through them again because they've been sitting in a bag for like 3 months because I was going to wait for a bookshelf or whatever. But so I've got one to send to you. So that's going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you what that one is. But yeah, bro, look at these. Remember these things from KB Toys?
Yo, whoa.
1997, bro. Original packaging.
Wow, flashback.
Like Peter Bondra going for the slapper. Come on, bro. Olaf Kolzig.
Wow.
Like it's all I need to do is just get these signed. I feel like, and it's a game change. Look at that, 676 KB Toys. You remember KB Toys, bro, in the mall? Whoa. So look, got that. Jim Carrey.
Whoa, throwback.
Dude, 96, bro. And another, I think there's another Bondra. Yeah, another Peter Bondra.
Filthy unis. But
dude, right? So, and I have a fifth one, but I'm actually mailing it to you. It's for you because I want you to put it somewhere, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yeah. But yeah, isn't that fucking cool? Like original packaging, 1990s. You know how hard it is for a kid not to open this?
Yeah.
Like I don't care what I almost opened it. I was like, should I open it up and just put them out? I was like, nah.
You said toys, and I was thinking about the one. Have you seen? They're newer than this. They're the ones that are like actual size player. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking.
Oh, really?
You remember what I'm talking about?
Do they move and stuff?
No. They're like characters. They're like kind of like wrestlers would have been. But they're you don't play with them. They just sit like on your shelf, and but they're hockey nice. Like a goalie going down. You don't remember those?
Yeah.
You don't remember?
I've seen a few of them, but I'm not like hip. Like I didn't. No. I've seen them. I'm just not hip.
Those are
I can't
vintage.
I can't recall. Yeah, this is like throwback OG, 96, 97.
That's so tight, bro. That's a huge blessing. Shout out to him for doing that because
right. Like what a cool, and when he just, like, I guess he was cleaning out something and he's found him. I was like, bro, like, absolutely, I'll take these. I was like, that's one of the coolest things. So I can't wait that's why I'm going to try to incorporate those in the next background. And we'll try to get some more stuff over here. You know, I got a little bookshelf coming from the Amazon. Oh, there's one more. I almost slept on this. Check, this is a goalie pack, bro. Got Osgood, Hasek, and is that Kolzig? Yeah.
Wow.
How dope is that?
Oh no, that's so tight.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, 1 of 10,000. How many of these do you think are in the original packaging?
I don't know. You should look that up.
I should look that up. You know what I did? I told you, remember the Pokemon stuff we talked about?
Yes.
Pokemon cards.
Yes,
so I broke down all my Pokemon cards. I made a mess. I broke down all my Pokemon cards, went through all my binders and found all my first editions, all the holographs. I even broke down a pricing chart based off eBay and all these card places. I took like an inventory and I was like, just found the median price of and I've done nothing with it. I've done nothing. Like I haven't had time to do
did all the hard work and now.
Yeah, all I need to do is I have a stack of them. I just need to go. I don't know if I need to make an appointment. I don't know. I don't want to leave something behind. I'm not like that. Yeah, can you evaluate these? I'll be back for them. No, I don't want to do that. I want to sit there with somebody and they tell me what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I got to make an appointment with the guy up here at the card shop. I don't fucking know.
Just call.
I need to get on that.
Just call.
Just call. Yeah, the phone. No, I'm going to take my horse and buggy into town and go see if he knows something about Pokemon cards.
You know, I don't know why you haven't done it.
I'm so old school. I'm such an old soul.
He's gonna roll up. Hey, partner, you mind if I come back in about 2 weeks? I'll send a letter that I'm coming.
Send a letter with a wax stamp.
I'm here now. I'd like to send and get an invitation to you about me coming to you.
Coming to you.
I'm gonna invite me to you.
Coming to you. But that's it's not that I don't. I mean, what's this guy going to do? Steal a Pokemon card? It's not that I don't trust him, but that's just
me. I don't know what these are worth. You just let me know. Calls his boys. This guy just brought in a $100K card.
Yeah, moron. That's what I'm afraid of. That's why I want to be there.
This isn't it. I had 24. No, you had 23. No, I had 24.
No, see, that's the thing is I looked at the thing. I've been on multiple web pages where it's these are the top 5 things or top 10 things that you need to look for on the card. And I did that. The first edition, the year, the stamp in the corner. I'm like, bro, I've got the indicators that this is a money card. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just got to get on it. I'm just procrastinating. Life. I need to set aside some Pokemon time.
I read a thing. It said the stuff we say we don't have time for is the stuff we just don't have. Isn't a priority to us, really.
It's not a priority. Not by any means.
Yeah.
It's not a priority. I'll just be honest. It's not a priority. Now, if I couldn't rub 2 nickels together, it might be a priority. But I'm not in that scenario. So it's I'm not pressed.
I hear you. I have Beanie Babies that have been sitting for almost a year.
Murder Burgers. Yo, the Beanie Baby craze was so legit, bro. Mm-hmm. So real. I love it. You just sent me this picture?
Did you watch? Yeah, that's the figure. You remember
those?
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I'm hip.
When you said figure, I was way more.
Those are way more vintage. Yeah, and the sticks on the side, bro. Yeah, this is dope. Good pick too with the Lemieux. Classic pick.
Classic guy.
All right, let me get
hockey, you watched the game last night.
The Cavs game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a little bit of it. I caught the that's why I love getting up so early. NHL on the fly is always on.
Always.
Yeah. What were we gonna say? I'm sorry. Go for it.
Well, I said it. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Cavs, Anaheim. We'll get into it, but that shootout.
Yeah. The shootout.
Ovi.
Johnny C. Ovi.
What
Can't get over it.
Ballsy call to go into the 4th, 5th round and go with the old guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you just got to do it sometimes. Sometimes it's you got to mix it up. Who would expect Johnny C to get the game, to get the game-winning goal in the shootout?
Okay.
Classic little shoulder dip top cheese.
He's a stud. We know that. World Juniors gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
I still have dreams about that goal. Coming all the way down Snipe City.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Before we jump into hockey, I want to talk about one more thing that was really hot. I almost burned my kitchen down, which is connected to my house. So I almost burned my house down. So the other day.
Is that a new thing? They connect those to the house now?
They connect them. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, well, if this part burns down, it's no problem. It's just in here.
I negotiated out of the contract when I bought her.
So, oh God, I choked. I ran out of propane on my grill the other day. So I was like, I need propane and propane accessories. So I went on down to the Piggly Wiggly and got myself a new propane tank,
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck yeah, hooked the propane tank up Sunday morning, cooked my chicken and my steak, did all my meal prep. It's night. I was like, man, I got some burgers. I was like, I'm gonna make some burgers before the pod. I just want some two cheeseburgers, feeling good. The red meat, the protein. Go outside to turn the grill on. The fucking tank is empty, bro. I left the tank open on the regulator, and I guess I left a burner on. So I just wasted $22 on a fucking propane tank. So I was like, well, shit. I was like, now I got to make these burgers. I was like, I'm not pan frying them because who wants to be murdered by grease all night while you're just trying to have a meal, So now I was like,
do you have a cast iron?
I do, but I don't use it.
Go ahead, continue.
Sounds shitty, right?
Yeah,
what a terrible move. Like I have them, but I just don't use it. So I was like, you know what? I was like, let me just. Can you broil burgers? I was like, I've never broiled a burger before. So your face is funny, but they were delicious nonetheless. So I'm like, all right, I'll boil them on high, like 4 minutes aside. I'll flip them like 2-3 times and we'll see what we get. Throw them in there. First 5 minutes went great. Okay. Flipped it. Second 5 minutes went great. Flip them again. I'm like, all right, well, let me move the rack one higher. So I'll get a nice little char on my burger, because I have my rack down a little bit lower from the top, on the broil. Yeah. So I moved it up there. Throw it in there. And I'm like, well, I was like, oh, cool. I was like, I kept opening my thing. And I was like, don't these ovens have lights? Oh, there's the oven light button. I never even used it before on this thing. Press the oven light. And I just casually do the look over there. The fucking grease is popping off the pan and hitting the coil and catching fire. Like I've got like flames like I just see like 6 fucking flames. I'm like, this is not the move. Like I open the thing. Smoke. There's still smoke. I cooked over an hour and a half ago, and my kitchen is still smoked out. It smells like a fucking Five Guys in there. It's crazy. Pull the burgers out. They were perfect, by the way. But
they were smoked and broiled, I guess.
But man, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, that can cause a fire, I guess. And then like I called Chick, and I'm like, hey, I almost burned. I was like, I saw flames. I was burning the house down. Should I give a fire extinguisher? I'm like, man, you're asking really good questions. Like these are all great questions. Like I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, you don't have a fucking fire extinguisher? I'm like, okay, fucking fire chief. I didn't know it was required to be a homeowner to have a fucking fire extinguisher. But I guess that's my bad.
I think no matter where you're living, if you're cooking,
okay,
right?
Okay, yeah. So
you're camping, you have a fire extinguisher.
I feel like that's because you're making a fire. I'm not making a fire.
Kind of.
I'm broiling. I'm broiling, baby. But
you made a fire broiling.
Yeah, apparently you can make a fire broiling. So yes, I will be investing in, 5-10 pound kitty fire extinguisher.
Smart move, I think, on your end.
I feel like it's a good move. I feel like it's an adult move. I actually felt more mature when I said I'm going to buy one. I was like, whoa, did I just level up? You know what I mean? Like I felt good about the decision.
I'm going places.
Yeah, I'm doing
Once
things.
Again, hey, we've learned from our mistakes, right?
I think that's how life goes. Yeah. You give it a shot, and if it doesn't work,
and you either learn from it or you keep fucking up till you do learn.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely learn. I've learned that's the only way to learn is to fuck up, unfortunately. Unless you get it right the first shot.
But then it doesn't last because you haven't fucked up.
Yeah, then you're just built not. See, your foundation is toothpicks. Yeah, if you start getting things right on the first shot,
gotta grind it up in there. Get in there.
Yeah. But yeah, so the house is good, smells like burgers. It's going to be I probably will dream about burgers.
It's a smokehouse now.
Yeah, it's just a smokehouse burger.
Smokehouse.
Hey, want some onion straws on top?
Smokehouse burger to go, please.
No bread. How lame. No bread.
Would you use lettuce?
Nah, just plate. Just a plate.
Just plate of burgers.
And a fork and a knife. Wow. Look at me go.
So what's that about? No carb? You're not eating carbs?
Yeah, I just cut down. So I eat carbs at my lunch. So on my lunch, I upped my carb intake because last time I noticed. So switching over and talking about the dieting and 75 hard, we just talked about it before we got on here real quick. I'm feeling a lot better this round already. I feel like I was a little gung ho the first time I started, and I just wasn't coming at it at I wasn't prepared fully. You know what I mean? I was just kind of, let's do this, and we jumped into it. You know what I mean? Like I kind of waited and set a date, but I wasn't thinking things through, like the stretching. Like, dude, stretching has saved me. I've dedicated so much more time to stretching. And like today I went pretty heavy. That's what I was telling you before. Like I feel great. Like my energy level's good. I've been stretching more, and it's just like, man, it's really making a difference with my recovery. You know? So like, and the whole thing is with carbs, I wasn't eating enough carbs. Like I was starving myself with carbs last time. This time I'm eating carbs earlier in the day to make sure I fuel my workout in the evening, because I've been working out in the evening time. Man, I got a little gas. But I just, so now I have my carbs with my lunch, try not to do carbs at night, wake up feeling flat, no bloat. That's my goal. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You're an animal though. Like you're eating all the good stuff.
Yeah. I don't care what time it is I get home. I have usually the same meal from the gym, two turkey burgers.
Man, killing
buns.
See, I like that. What type of bun do you do? Like a sesame seed?
No. I go to the bakery and I get the good.
Fresh buns.
Like a
Silk's got the fresh
almost
buns.
Not even buns, rolls. Like a bruschetta.
Like a Kaiser?
Yeah, I've done a Kaiser. Yeah. And I always butter and I always fry on a pan and get that little.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
If you're gonna, yeah.
I don't eat I go all out with my burgers. It's almost.
You're a toast guy too, right? You like things toasted.
I love things toasted.
Oh God, I will fuck up toast.
Yeah.
I love toast.
Like an egg sandwich on white bread or an egg sandwich on toast. Buttered. That's what I'm particular when I say buttered toast.
You butter it. I do like. See, I don't always
butter the toast for your egg sandwiches, folks. It's a game.
Whoa. Have you tried? Man, I love egg salad too. Have you tried the hard-boiled egg and the tuna yet? Have you tried that?
No, I am a mustard and relish guy. I had 3 cans of tuna yesterday with mustard. And
yeah, it's good, right? We were talking about that earlier in text. Like, dude, mustard and tuna relish is where it's at.
Yeah.
I rely on mayonnaise.
My chick is grossed out. She's like, "What the fuck?"
What?
Yeah, she doesn't understand it, but her sense.
In hindsight, mustard and relish, it looks better, smells better, and I think tastes better than mayonnaise and tuna. But I use mayonnaise for the fats, because I'm not getting a lot of fats.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of rely on I do tuna every other day, because if I do it every day, I just burn out on the tuna.
I do a crackers.
Do you have crackers? Man, I wish
Ritz crackers.
I love a nice piece of toast, a toasted tuna sandwich, slice of cheese on there,
avocado, bacon.
Have you done just avocado and sub? Like I did this before. You sub everything, sub mayonnaise, sub mustard, and you just use avocado
as a spread.
Mm-hmm.
And you just
mash it up. Yeah,
not guacamole, but avocado.
Not guacamole.
An avocado spread.
Tuna mole.
No.
That's good too. You should.
The tuna's made with yellow mustard still.
No. You don't use another sauce. The avocado is your binding agent
with the tuna. So it's an avocado tuna sandwich.
Yeah, it's banging. It's pretty good. But now I have this weird thing with avocados. I don't like them anymore. Like I have like a
off the wall with that shit where you're
this
is the best thing in the world. I hate it.
Yeah, it's these weird inversions, man. I think it's because when I change like my diet around, like just things like I don't know, they don't even appeal. Like eggs. Like I used to love eggs. Now I can't really fuck with eggs.
That's wild to me.
Isn't it? But Chick's the same way too. We're both on this egg kick, and it's weird because breakfast is one of my favorite meals. And the only time I get it's on the weekends. Yeah. And like now it's like I guess I'll just still not eat. I'll have a cup of coffee and wait for my 11 o'clock lunch, 10 o'clock lunch. It is weird that I eat lunch so early, but that's just how that 6 to 2 life.
Yeah. I'm up in the game. I've been doing eggs and yolks, but I just bought protein pancakes. So I'm going to be doing 3 protein pancakes with peanut butter in the morning.
Oh yeah. Stack, bro. That's a protein stack.
I've been trying to go hard, bro. I'm embrace the belly. I got a 4-pack, but I still got a little belly because I am consuming more than I'm burning. Yeah. So it's natural, but the gains are coming in. My back looks good.
That's good.
The crazy part is I look at myself and I still see like the skinny kid.
That's because that's body dysmorphia. It's a true blessing.
I really feel like the last 3 weeks I haven't there's no change. I feel like it's like nothing's happening. I'm like, what is going on here? seriously, the last 3 weeks, yes. I feel like I've even had days where I'm like, why am I going to do this anymore? I've worked out for this long. Maybe I've just plateaued. But I can't do it. My body.
Man, it's
the worst feeling in the world because I'm in the gym and I'm hitting it hard. I'm like, this is heavy.
Yeah.
Then when I start it, my warm up is where my max used to be like, and yet, I'm not that big, guy. I'm eating healthier. I'm eating more.
What are you weighing?
I haven't been weighing myself.
Okay. Yeah, me either. I stay away from that until the end.
Here's my thing. My metabolism, the way I eat. I'm afraid now that my body's gotten accustomed to this new diet.
Yeah.
What was a lot, me eating more, is now my new maintenance weight.
Yeah.
I read about
especially if you're trying to be up there like 215, like you have a fast metabolism. You're blessed.
That means I need to now up my calorie intake.
Yeah, just like 7,000.
I'm gonna eat whey shakes like 4 times a day now. I'm doing 2 morning and night, but like I don't know what else to do.
I don't know either. We might need to get some help on this one. We have to reach out to a nutritionist or something.
It's astonishing, folks.
It's wild.
I've maxed out my body.
I think about because I remember we always have this conversation. I've had this conversation with so many people where it's like, would you rather be big and then try to get small, and then like you have this battle where you're trying to maintain muscle mass but cut, so you're eating less and you're losing muscle.
And lean bulk, which basically doesn't exist.
Yeah, like man, like I feel so weak because I'm not putting up big weight because I don't have the calories. I don't have the calories behind it. So it's like I'm remembering like this is like you are getting better. Like I'm burning just I'm not just putting up the weight that I'm used to seeing. And I'm like, this is what after this we go 5x5s and go heavy and pack on the you know what I mean? Like I gotta get back in there. I miss heavy. Maybe
that's what I should do, man. I should switch up my workout. That's the only thing I haven't really changed.
Do 5x5s and fucking get in there and load, bro.
Yeah, maybe I should just finish my 75 hard the next 15 days. Just 5x5s. Just trying to get as heavy as I can.
Yeah.
I've been so worried about range of motion, time under tension, form. And that's why I think I have that shape now.
I was going to say, if anything, now you've got the solid foundation. You know what I mean? All your secondary muscles, you know what I mean? Like everything's going to be activated when you're doing that big lift now because you've been working on like your core, doing everything else like clean and focus on your movements, right? Like you just said that. Mm-hmm. Like so now when you go heavy, your body's going to take over and that form is going to dominate. You know what I mean? So you might actually see a great gain in lifting heavy. Go for it. Do 5x5s. Get in there. Time to mix it up.
It's happening. Starting tomorrow. 5x5s.
I miss 5x5s. I cannot wait for 5x5s.
Shit.
I just want to lift heavy things.
Tomorrow's leg day. Fuck me.
Yeah, bro. Leg day. I've been murdering. I've been really stepping up the weight on the ball goes and the deadlifts. I want my deads back up there. For some reason, I want to chase a heavy dead again, which is not safe considering my back, but I'm doing it smart. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'm not just like.
I've been doing dumbbells to get my form right.
Yeah, the dumbbells are good. Those are hamstring
70s.
Killers. So strong. So beefy.
Trying, dude.
I dig it. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's one of the hard, like working, like doing this to your, like working on yourself and trying to improve. And then also like knowing, cause you've been working out for years as have I, but like always knowing that it's not enough is a real killer.
I know. It's
like welcome, like just like, oh, welcome to bodybuilding. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah. Here's body dysmorphia. Let that go to bed with that every night. And think about how your traps don't grow or like your triceps don't grow.
It's fucked up. Like, I'll be laying in bed literally and not worried about money, not worried about my kid, not worried about anything. I'm laying there just like almost like just sometimes I even catch myself moving my arm in the motion like subconsciously. I'm thinking about it and I realize like, oh shit, I'm doing a press because I'm thinking about I'm always trying to think about how the motion works and trying to make sure it's under. It's unreal.
That makes me happy because remember when you first got into like lifting heavy, and I was like, just sit on your couch and you'll start to activate like different parts of your body. Remember I told you about that? Like I was like, think about that muscle, and you'll be like, oh, okay, oh, I can control that one now. You know what I mean? I do that, dude. I'm all the time. I'm like, okay, yep, still got the yep, yeah, and I just get tight. Like I'll hold my core when I sit in a lot. Like I'll hold my core and I'll breathe slow and just like keep my man. I just do so much stupid shit.
So.
It's not stupid, but like
the funniest thing I've noticed.
When I say it out loud, it sounds silly.
The funniest thing that hit me was literally yesterday. I'm fresh out the shower, walk into the kitchen to get a glass of water, and I just realized it's like, it's a feeling. I know you've had this feeling, but I haven't had it ever, where I'm walking, I got a fresh pump from the gym, the bicep, the quad, the hammy, the glutes, and the pec are all just, they have a bounce when you walk each step, and you can feel each muscle like moving because it's like it's got a little swollenness to it. And I'm just like, what? I was like, this is nice. I can feel my breasts moving. Like I can feel the pec, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and my glutes, I'm like a stallion over here. And then I'm drinking water naked in the kitchen. The light hits me. I look at the reflection. I'm just like, I'm a beast. And then it's gone. That lasts about 3 seconds. And then I go back into the bathroom to like brush my teeth. And it's like, look at this puny bitch. I can't believe you just thought
that big. That's like the post. That's why I hate taking a hot shower. I think that's secretly one of the reasons why I'm against hot showers. I'm always like, man, I feel so good. I feel like the pump is still here. And you get in the shower and the hot water hits you. And it's like, you're like, oh, I guess I'm just a flat piece of shit again.
Where'd it go? Bring the stink back.
Yeah, like the stink's got the strength.
That's true though. That's real talk. The stink does have the strength because you got to put in the work.
You do. It's tough. What a tough life. But you know what? Anyone who's going through it though, that's like, I tell you what though, we've always talked about this multiple times, but it's my therapy. Mm-hmm. You know, without paying someone all this money. Without paying someone all this money. And just like, because I just destroyed in there. It's so crazy, like how you have these, just like these little epiphanies and like these little like mind clearing moments. You're like, oh fuck yeah, like just from working out. You know, it's a wild thing. It's a wild thing. But enough with us working out. We are trucking. What day are you on?
61.
61, bro. You're in the final fucking countdown. I'm so happy for you. So proud of you. And you know what? I'm really. For you just jumping in on this, I'll save this speech for when you complete it. But you sticking with it when I got knocked out, very proud of you. Because it wasn't easy because I was enjoying all of the things. But now look, you're almost done. And I'm going to have like 50 more days and you'll be enjoying all of the things.
The first episode we probably do where you're on and I'm off, I might eat the entire episode.
You know what? I can't blame you.
Honestly, I should be doing that now. So
really just rice and chicken. Yeah, everything's fine. NHL's going great.
That's my life now. Literally, I baked 5 pieces of chicken for tomorrow, and I cut one in half before I walked in here. Was eating it while I was setting up. Like it's just, you want a snack? Grab this chicken breast I cooked and cut it in half. Dip it in peanut butter.
You're gonna hate chicken. You put chicken in peanut butter?
No, I was just saying that for the protein.
I was gonna say Oh,
is that a thing?
Oh,
you're offended. You do it. You do it.
Yeah, you've got to try.
Chicken peanut butter.
Chicken and peanut butter. It's like this chicken satay that I had an Indian restaurant.
What is it called? What's
chicken satay? Yeah, satay. I'm pretty sure.
Saute?
No. It's
satay.
It's skewered. Nah, it's not. It's skewered chicken breast with peanut butter. With a peanut butter glaze, and it's absolutely slaps. You got to try it. I'm not saying go skip a glob of Jif and slap it on a titty and eat it. That's not what I'm saying. What
Maybe
I'm saying
oil up the
look up chicken. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna send you the chicken satay.
If anybody's had this, please let us know. I'd love to hear your recipe.
Have you ever had Indian food? You fuck with Indian food.
Fuck yeah, I love Indian food.
Okay, well when you're done, definitely go get some professionally made chicken satay.
Some chickpeas, boy.
Vibe check. We're back. The boys are on the ice. Pre-game started. Shooting pucks are out there. Rookie gets his first lap, and we're back.
That was fucking brilliant.
I'm back in hype. Let's talk about the NHL.
It's hockey time, folks. Burn. That's 2 ferns.
That's 2 for ferns today.
I'm for ferned out.
That's a lot for ferns. We're going to have to start paying for fern tax.
Forgive me.
That was a good one. I was like, what's next? But so we're back. We're here to talk about hockey. The league is on fire right now. We just saw one hell of a highlight.
Disgusting.
And we were literally going to talk about him. We were talking about him prior. Trevor Zegras. Welcome to the NHL, bud. I mean, he just did a fake Michigan alley-oop to Milano.
Threw it over the back of the net. He goes down to do a Michigan. Instead, lifts it up, lacrosse style, throws it over. Milano's right out front. Boop, out of midair.
That's it in.
Are you
That's
kidding
it in.
me?
Yeah, has Buffalo stunned.
I feel like Buffalo just got so. This is like the Tom Wilson thing with the Rangers.
Yeah,
just did this to Buffalo. Like, you guys, like, are they gonna fire everybody now? Should Buffalo fire everybody?
We're done here. We're fucking. We made the top 10, but in the wrong way.
Let's jump into. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
But speaking of Trevor Zegras, I wanted to touch on, and this is what I wanted to segue into, was doing stuff like this. I like one of my favorite players to watch warm up is Austin Matthews. Like watching him pregame skate, just handling the puck. Crosby's big on it too. Crosby does his stick handle over on the M for McDonald's at his home ice. Like there's a lot of just warming up and being creative. So this is a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like I just talked about it the other day. If you're not doing this stuff in practice, like people call it fucking off or whatever. Like if you're not doing this stuff in practice, you're never going to do it in a game. You know what I mean? So why not practice this stuff? And that's what he did. He literally just picked the puck up like everyone else does, right on the toe, flips it up, lacrosse style. I hate calling it that, but I guess it's the best way to make it explainable to people who don't I don't know. I just picked the puck up. That's how I see it. You know?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But picks it up, flicks it over the front, boom, highlight goal. You know, that's going to be on highlight reels for a long time to come. But yeah, man, just the opportunity like that, the creativity and just playing and having the open space and shit. The kid's so young. What does it matter if it doesn't? Okay, I won't do it again, coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, he's not going to get a talk.
Why not? No, you got to allow that creativity. It's where the league's going.
You tried and you missed, maybe.
Yeah, I mean Svechnikov. I mean he was officially the first one to really pull off. I guess it's called Svechnikov, not the Michigan anymore, or whatever you want to call it.
He scoops it.
Yeah, he's a scooper versus a picker. Yeah, versus like a flexing down on it. I don't know. It's all so cool. The league is headed in such a great direction. And speaking of that,
feel sorry for goalies.
Feels so bad for goalies.
But the highlight reels were bad now with Patrick Kane style shootout. You know,
yes,
players have that finesse, slow down, pull up. You see that a lot more often since Patty Kane, and goalies are just getting their ankles broken.
Not only is it the stick handling really and close, but I think it's the overall speed. I mean, that's what really is that's really what the big factor when someone comes in on a breakaway or just like a 2-on-1. You're coming with all that speed, man, and you toe drag and you move the puck 4 feet as you're moving forward 10 feet. And it's really a position changer for the goaltender. And it's only going to get everyone's just getting better at shooting, you know, better at stick handling. The new players that are evolving and the type of player that this league is really chasing after, man, it's going to be forever evolving. And like you said, I feel bad for goalies. Like the future for goalies is, I see a lot of pulled groins and like just going across the crease and stuff.
They'll have to adapt, and then we'll have an era of where there's just great goalies again. And we've seen it happen. Right. It's come through in waves, but it'll happen again.
I agree.
Now it's the evolution of the offense because the goalies have adapted so well, and we have goalies like Wisnowski, you know, Holtby in 18, Matt Murray for Pittsburgh in his prime.
Right.
Goalies have come out and it's been spectacular. Carter Hart, Hellebuck.
But this is something that Bettman and the league has been wanted. Like when they changed all this, they wanted 7-5 games. You know what I mean? They want high scoring, pulls in the audience. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people don't like watching a 1-0 game. I love a 1-0 game. You know what I mean? Like a 1-0 game is where it's at. You talk about a battle. That's a fucking battle.
A good pace. I've seen games that are 5-3, and I've seen games 0-0. I've seen games 3-3. If it's a good pace, back and forth, barely any whistles, I love that.
Yeah. I like a no whistle hockey. I'm the same way.
Yeah. When you go, I love when it's like, 9 minutes left in the first. We haven't had our first whistle yet. Like, yeah.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
Line changes, back and forth chances.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the real sport right there. You know what I mean? That's the sport, bro. Getting out there on the fly, getting the mesh. Cause it's wild how you can tell, like when you're like, oh no, the first line's not out. Second line's not out. You know what I mean? You can almost tell with the way it goes. But if you're a solid team, like the Capitals and you got the depth and stuff like that, like you shouldn't be able to tell a difference. You know?
Mm-hmm. Or Toronto.
Toronto's big on that too.
Toronto's looked real good too.
4 lines, depth. We know it takes depth. Speaking of depth, a lot of coaching changes as well in this past week. One of the big ones, Vancouver.
Yes, Bruce Boudreau, the new head coach for the Vancouver Canucks. I'm a fan for this. I think this is what they needed. They got some talent. They got vets. They got the youth, the MVP. Oh, but maybe we'll see. Patterson, I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. People are saying he washed out, but I don't think so. It's too early to say that for him. Kid can still be a superstar. You know, you got some great talent up there. There's no reason why they shouldn't be winning.
And Bruce is a hell of a coach. There's a reason why they brought him back. He signed a 2-year deal. A lot of coaches aren't looking for that short term. I think Bruce took it. I think he can get this club in the right direction. I mean, we remember what Bruce did for the Capitals, and it was a shame that he parted away. It was the most winning coach for the Capitals at the time when he parted ways.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy. Bruce brings a good aspect of the game. He's a really smart guy. And did you see his first post game where he got? I know you've probably seen it was all over Instagram where he gets up and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like he's yeah, man. Yep. Classic Gabby.
Classic.
My favorite thing about Bruce was that elbow slam against the glass. Like, you know what I mean? At Cap One, dude, he used to slam that elbow on the glass, and that fucking head gets so red. I love when Gabby's fired up, man. That's one of my. He's definitely a solid coach. Definitely see some change of pace for Vancouver out there as well. Philly making a move. Philadelphia Flyers making a move on a head coach situation as well.
Yeah, Vigneault getting kicked to the can. Mike Yeo, I believe is how you say it.
Stepping in.
Yeah, he's stepping in his intern, but Vigneault getting kicked to the rocks. It's been a tough year for Philly fans, even to the point where they got fucking police dogs shitting on the ice. That was brutal.
And not just shitting. That was a log, bro. That dog dropped a log.
Yeah, and it was 8 straight losses, by the way, when he got fired. It's been 8 straight losses.
Yeah.
It's tough. Philly is just, I think maybe the era of Giroux is over. Maybe we see a rebuild. I don't know. But if anybody can turn around a team that has talent that should be winning, I think Philly will find the guy to do that. I don't know. It's going to take a lot. You got to look what happened with Carter Hart. There's a lot was going on there, right? A lot.
Yeah. Yep. Sophomore slump. You know what I mean? It's definitely. He stepped up and he carried the boys, last year when they needed it. So, I mean,
do we see Torts return?
I don't know. I don't think Torts isn't. I don't think this league's cut out for Torts anymore.
You don't think so?
I think his coaching style, it's just dated. You know what I mean? I think
it's just the way dated. That the Flyers play, though. They're
a gritty squad. I mean, they're the Broad Street Bullies for a reason, but I feel like their bully part has been kind of left out lately.
Yeah, I mean, and this, it's tough. It's tough to say because I feel like they should have been winning a lot the past decade. They should have won.
Right. I mean, they did. They
had their chances. They had their chances. Patrick Kane getting that one in the Stanley Cup against them. But like, let's just go like the last 3 years. I feel like they should have been a better team than they were.
Right. I mean, look at the division they're in too, though. I mean, it's tough.
Philly's always been a thorn in everyone's side. Rivals
Very true.
Pittsburgh, rivals with the Washington Capitals.
Known for the upsets too. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, like Philly's that team.
It's tough to see. I don't know.
It's tough to see these guys out here. I did want to touch on another something that we talk about a lot. Robin Leonard, current one of the goaltenders for Vegas, actually turned down the Olympic squad, turned down the Swedes this year. Stating that it wouldn't be good for his mental health. And we've talked about Leonard in the past and him being a beacon, him being one of those guys who stands up and speaks for mental health and how important it is in the league and what these guys go through. So bold move. It's crazy to see someone turn down Olympic hockey, but look, if he's making the move to make sure he has the longevity for his Vegas boys, he wants to, that's his main priority right now. So, I mean, let him focus on that. No distractions with the Olympic stuff. Going to take advantage of the time off. Could be a big deal. I think that could be a game changer.
Yeah, 100%. But speaking of Vegas, though, Jack Eichel's touched the ice. Looked good in the all gray. Oh, boy. I can't wait to see him start skating. So, yeah, I applaud Leonard making a commitment to himself and to be in the right space. Definitely, take some time away, get his game right. We'll see what happens.
A lot of people, before we leave Eichel, man, a lot of people saying that how long he's been battling this issue, that this is going to be an Eichel that we've never seen before.
1,000%. I agree too. I think he's got somewhere new to play. He's got somewhere to play where he knows they're expecting to make the playoffs, not we're in a rebuild for the 10th year in a row.
Right.
He's got other talents and players to play with, which he's never really had. I mean, there's been some decent guys that have come through the locker room of Buffalo, but not Mark Stone, not Max Pacioretty, not Carlson. There's the list goes on and on over there. They have some great players. Petrogano, he's got other guys that have worn the sea and carried the cup that he can now learn from. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge
for sure. It's a great opportunity for him. I think it's a great opportunity for him, and especially now that he's got the help and the medicine, that stuff that he needed. You know what I mean? Like they're really getting the kid dialed back in. And like you said, he's going to, and imagine the chip on his shoulder, bro. Oh my God. I can't wait to see him touch the ice.
The chip on the shoulder and the fact that he hasn't been getting beat up for the last year and a half.
Yeah. Healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy, not hurting. I mean, hopefully not.
You remember the first concussion with Sid? He was gone. Everyone shook, a season or so. And he comes back and he's a stud. We get the one-handed backhand. We get the old Sid. If we could see something similar to that, I think that could be the thing that takes Vegas over the hump of real or fake when it comes to contender.
They're getting one hell of an athlete, one hell of a hockey player in their lineup. It's insane. I can't wait they're good. Man, that's scary. That's going to be a scary squad. No joke. I can't wait for that. Before we get into divisional breakdowns, got to give a shout out to our boy Whip, Tommy Wilson. Joining the 100 goal club, bud. 100 goals. My man is here. He's solid. I mean, we already know everybody. We know that you love to hate him. You love to hate the guy. This guy has only proved that the future of the NHL, this is what it looks like.
Tom Wilson is a Team Canada candidate too for the Olympics. That's huge news.
Come on. Remember when this kid was just a fighter? He was just a nut getting
running
suspended.
Around, jumping around, hurting people. Man, it feels like it was years ago last year. Some people's eyes, it was fucking last game.
Yeah, for real, dude. That's how people hate him. It's crazy how much hate he gets. But how can you hate? Look at his numbers. Like, look at the points, guys.
Isn't it crazy that all the teams that have that player are also winning teams? Like Marchand, Boston's a winning team.
Yeah.
You have that guy on that team that the league generally has a dislike for. And when I say league, I mean the fans wise.
Right.
And they're contender. New York Rangers now have Ryan Reeves. They're a fucking contender,
Yeah, like we talked about that. We touched on that last week, how much he's really changed that squad almost.
And other than Washington and Florida, the New York Rangers are the only team to have one at-home regulation loss.
Right.
That's huge. That
yes.
means you're, guaranteed dubs if it's a home game.
Yeah.
Most teams having more home games in their schedule too. That's a huge sign. That's almost a guarantee for playoffs. You can start to get away with yourself with what could come from winning every home game, in a season.
Right.
So
I was gonna say, I think the Caps are 9-0-1 in the last 10. I'm pretty sure
they may be on a streak like that. Yep.
Yeah, I think so, man.
The West Coast. I don't know because we were on that West Coast with Seattle. Was that 9 games ago or was that? That was a straight up loss, wasn't it? Yeah, they beat us 5-3, didn't they? 5-3, yeah. It was a 2-point goal game, yeah. So I don't know. As of late, though, Washington's looked good. So you ready to jump into the?
Yes, definitely. Hold on, one more thing because we touched on Matthews, but Mitch Marner injury update. He is out. Had a little bit of a run-in with Jake Muzzin in practice. It looked like they, per the Instagram video that I saw, they were arguing. It looked like Marner was looking at him like, "What are you doing?" Like, it looks like they were arguing back and forth a little bit. They said it was nothing. Comes out, gets an MRI. My guy's out 3 to 4 weeks. Marner's out 3 to 4 weeks. Big loss to Toronto on the offensive weapon part there. But I mean, they're playing Columbus. They're playing Columbus tonight, and they're looking. The Leaves are on fire tonight.
Well, they also just lost Jason Spezza. Jason Spezza taking a 6-game, getting suspended 6 games for kneeing Winnipeg's Neil Point.
It's Poink, or it's weird. It's Pionk, isn't it? Yeah, Poink. I think that's a stretch, but because he didn't deliberately stick the knee out. I just think they had a weird contact. But
his knee contacted with his chest, so it's not a weird contact. I think he should have held up. I think he should have.
I think I'm looking at the wrong thing.
You got to be because he's going down to play the puck in the defensive zone with his hand. Spezza comes in and just hip checks him, but his knee connects with his chest. So
he was on the ice already. It was a bad decision. You're right. I'm thinking about another knee that I watched. They were both wearing. One team was blue, one team was white.
It might have been the same fucking game. The Winnipeg game was brutal. If you see how Dubois was handling Matthews, you see that video?
Oh my God, he was riding him like a pony, son. And he was acting as if
Matthews
he was
to deal with that
every
night from teams.
That's crazy. It's got to be hard being one of the best in the league. It's got to be hard.
They're like, okay, well, if I can't skate with you, I can't, compete with you stick handling wise. I'm going to play the body, and I'm going to frustrate the shit out of you and just ride your ass out.
Yeah, that was brutal. I did like our buddy old Rick Raleigh's take on that. That was a good little take he did on Instagram. But big shout out to Rick. But yeah, man, it was wild. I was like, man, that was like old school hockey. Like that, like boy, I remember my mom. I remember when I was younger, my mom always used to say, "Put a saddle on him, put a saddle on him," and I was like, wow, like that was literally he was riding. Like it was crazy.
Like it was.
Yeah,
you almost could have dropped the R word.
Yeah. What do you do?
Bad. I felt bad. Like it was a poor child and a bully. He shaved the mustache. Like, he's so young looking. Like his head's just out there like a turtle. At one point, he's fighting back. He's a grown man. But then one point he just gives up and he's like, refs, you guys watching this? You gonna call it?
Yeah.
Felt like forever. 10 seconds felt like a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed like it went on forever, even like you said. It was just seconds. All right, let's jump into these divisional breakdowns. We'll blitz through these. Top four. Got some movement. Got some. Man, it's crazy looking at these points already, and the differential just makes me so excited. Just looking at this. We're gonna start with the Atlantic, like always, guys. You know we're saving the Metro for last because that's where the boys are. I don't know why I was supposed to be different, but I turned into like an 80-year-old man. Like, please, please, water. I don't need it.
You're hilarious.
I'm something.
You sound like an old man. It's like the dude.
Yeah, bro.
With the balloons.
We got no. Yeah, what's his name? This one of my. I love that movie. That's a good movie. That's a heart. I
couldn't watch the whole thing. I cried. Started to tear up. Turned it off. I said, "Gay."
It's a tearjerker. It'll get you.
I just got water. I got straight up turned it off. I was like, "This is weak."
Fuck it. What are you making? Keep chopping onions in there. What are you doing? God.
And he's like, "Put on football." I don't even watch football. Like, put on football real quick. Let's watch some football.
I got dirt in both my eyes at the same time. It's horse shit.
What is happening? It's so funny.
God. Okie dokie. The Atlantic Division. We're no longer. Yo,
good one.
It was so good.
That was a good one. Thank you for that. That's what it's like to be with the boys here.
Three.
I keep thinking the old man noise.
What did I even say? I don't even know. I was like, here we go.
I'm like, you were pooping. My tummy hurts.
Honey, get my Metamucil. It's feeling real rockish.
All right, the Atlantic Division, one of the better divisions in the league, in my eyes. Maybe number 2 after the Metropolitan.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Leading the Atlantic Division is the Florida Panthers, one of the hottest teams in the NHL right now, standing at 17-4. There's really not too much you can't say about this team. Great goaltending from the crease out.
Oh my gosh.
You got a great backup with. I really believe that Knight's the future. He's a great young American goaltender. The defense is stacked. Ekblad having a great year as well. He's looked great. And then the offensive power that they have now, Duclair.
Oh my dude, Duclair's having a season, bro.
You can just go on and on, and you got Huberdeau and all these great names, and these guys are just playing so well together. Even the diversity that they had to face, and the fact that they lost their coach right in the beginning of the season. A lot of teams maybe may have taken an L. Organizations would have crumbled. These guys are whatever they did in the training camp and instilled in them. They're like bought in, bro.
Yeah, for real. And not only Barkov, Duclair, Huberdeau. You got 17 guys scoring on this squad. Like that's depth. Like, and that's what when we talk about depth a lot. But when you got 17 guys on this lineup that are putting the puck in the net, that's a big deal. And like you said, you got Bobrovsky back there, Knight being a solid second, and learning from Bob. Bob's been in the league a long time. The Florida Panthers are definitely going to be a team to be reckoned with here. We were already talking about Matthews. Speaking of number 2, Toronto in the number 2 spot, 17-7-2.
Yeah.
Big deal for them.
Matthews with 15 goals, Tavares with 11, and Nylander with 10. Those are the names you want up top.
Yeah. Definitely taking a hit on the Marner injury, 3 to 4 weeks. That's a long time, man. When you really break it down, it's a long time. Like you said, we got Soup Campbell up there, Jack Campbell killing it for him. Goals against is still 1.78.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's on one.
Yeah, Wall kind of fell off a little bit. He's at a 2.78 now. He was down in there with Campbell for a little while, but still great goaltending. And like we just said with Florida, starts with a crease out. They're right on Florida's ass. So this is going to be a close chase till the end, I think, with these two.
Absolutely. And I think what's going to be the wrench in this plan as well is going to be our number 3 team, former Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning. They're right here in third place, chomping at the bit, 15-5-4. I mean, these guys, this is a team that wants it. They're hungry. They want the repeat.
Yeah, you definitely agree.
You got a guy like Patty Maroon going for the 4-peat, bro. Like, it's insane on this squad. Like, and I was watching them play earlier too. Patty Maroon net one tonight. Man, I feel like they were throwing shade at Patty, the announcers, but at the end of the day, he is a dangerous guy up close. You know, they were saying not really shooting from the circles. Wouldn't you agree? He's a big body. You get Maroon in front of the net, it's going to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, Stamkos winning it in overtime the other night. This team looks great, and that's without the powerhouse Kucherov and Braden Point. You know, that's huge,
how
right?
Crazy is that?
They're going to get both these guys back. And if they're on IR, if they could bring in somebody before the season, like depending on where they're at, like there's so many different variables again for Tampa to really be up there, and they're still in third. That's crazy to me. The biggest shocker though is coming in at 4th in this division. I think you have there.
The Detroit Red Wings?
Yeah.
Sneaking in 4th, 13-9-3, with also a depleted roster. Not depleted, but missing their young stud, Jake Vrana. I mean, he's not in the lineup right now.
He was brought in to score goals. You're coming in for Anthony Mantha. Your job is to score goals. And so for him to get hurt early in training camp, first day actually, after already being held up, missing a few days because of a visa issue, like, just bad luck for him starting the season out. But I think we'll see him come back and blow up and be like, you know, it's not all Washington.
Right. No, absolutely. And I think what's cool about this Red Wings squad is I think this is going to be a team where it's like you said, they don't have the most depth, but their different guys are activating on this squad. You know what I mean? Like certain guys are hitting streaks, and you get a couple guys hitting streaks at the same time. Lucas Raymond, Larkin, and Bertuzzi, just for an example. I mean, these 3 guys are leading their points. But if you look at their goals and assists, everything's spread around. It's wild how well this team is working together for not having all the pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, no, 1,000% on that one. You're so right. I think they have a bright future. I think everything that they're doing is gonna they're battling for the 4th spot already, and they're legitimate battling. I mean, we got a good argument coming from Boston, who's in 5th right now, that they are not playing well at all. And then, you know, but still the argument could be, well, even if Boston's playing well, they're still in 5th, which means they're still fighting for a spot, you know? So
they're a couple games back. I expect a swing. I think Boston's going to have the swing. They're a couple games back, but not too far back in points, 2 wins away. But Boston is just not, I don't know what's going on with Boston right now. I do want to touch on them briefly though.
Yeah, they're sitting at 12-8 right now, and there's some hiccups. Marchand catching a suspension. They haven't really looked great in the goaltending position. So you know the hiccups are there. You got DeBrusque now requesting a trade out of Boston. That's supposed to be the young gun coming up. You know, that's right. All these guys' roles that's going to be leaving. You know.
Taylor Hall only sitting at 11 points. You know what I mean? I think they were expecting a little more out of him. So I don't know. This could be a different thing. Like you said, their top trio, Marchand, Pasternak, and Bergeron, they can't do it all. And then on top of it, they're not producing all the time. So I feel like, Boston they're just trying to find, they need to find this middleman. They need to find the depth on this squad and really get them going.
Yeah, completely agree. Under them, you got Buffalo 8-13, Ottawa 7-15, and then the Montreal Canadiens, who are just a dumpster fire right now at 6-17. They picked up a new GM. Their GM has officially been fired. I think they picked up Gordon from the New York Rangers. So we'll see how that plays out. Tough one though.
Yeah, tough one there. It sucks. It's so crazy just seeing, and I talk about Ottawa every week. It sucks seeing them at the bottom, and then when the highlights that they have, when they do get highlights, Ray Chuck getting the game winner there night. Like it's tough watching this team hang out so low for so long. This is where they were all last year. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to take for Ottawa to get from this bottom 4.
Yeah. I was reading the other day, they put Matt Murray on waivers. They're expecting him to go down to the AHL and really find his game again. But they said they're not done with him. They gave them a big paycheck when they got him from Pittsburgh. Yeah. They got a big payday. So for him to go from huge signing to AHL, that is not a good sign. So hopefully we're all the best for Matt Murray, and he can get back in there and make his NHL re-debut.
I was gonna say, it's not the first time we've seen it this year. It's not, it won't be the last. So, I mean, definitely, maybe it's gather himself, get some things going back together and get back on the right track, because he is an NHL caliber goalie. He's got his name's on the cup. You know what I mean? This guy is worthy of an NHL position, in my opinion. You just got to put the pieces back together in his personal puzzle, so that's definitely hopefully he can pull things together in the AHL and make his appearance again. I'm sure it's not the last we've seen of Matt Murray by any means.
No, not at all. Let's jump over to the Central. How do you feel?
The Central, how am I feeling? When you got the Minnesota Wild leading 17-6-1, 35 points, they almost have a 10-point spread on second place.
Yeah.
Minnesota is doing absolute work this year, bud.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's so many great things you can say about them. They're playing great hockey right now. They're fun to watch, that's for sure. The back and forth the other night with Toronto was fun. Went all the way to shootout. That was just one of the best shootouts I watched all season. I think the real kicker in this, though, and not to jump off Minnesota too soon, is number 2, Colorado.
Yeah.
Finally making some moves.
Yes, sir.
They're clawing their way back, 13-7. They're looking really, really good. I'm expecting big things from them now. They found their stride, then I expect big things from them. I expect them to finish top 2 at the end of the season.
Cale Makar turned on the Jets the other night, coast to coast on that goal. Made it look so easy. 3 crossovers. That's all it takes. 3 crossovers. My man's got all the space he needs. Yeah. It's incredible. Yep. I love how he was in his own zone. And I'm big on open hips. You know what I mean? He opened his hips so he was going to do the drop pass. There's your first defender gone. He looked off immediately. Okay, now I've got this whole right side of the ice. And what does he do? He crosses over left. He crosses over right, crosses over left, making things go in the middle. Boom, crosses over again, back to the right around the outside, all gas, no brakes on this kid. Absolutely scorcher of a coast to coast, man. Big fan of that. Yeah, definitely. It's time to see them make some moves. It's time to see them stay up there. It's time to see them solidify their spot in this division.
Yep. And another shocker in third place, the Dallas Stars, 13-7. These guys were bottom dwellers just not too long ago.
Yeah, Dallas is in the mix.
Wow.
They were hanging out bottom 4 for a long time.
Yeah.
I think Holtby's finding a little bit of a stride out there. Holtby's looking a little bit better. We know how Holt can get in his ways, but still big fan of Holtby. I think that, they may have turned a corner as well in this Dallas squad. This Dallas squad's got a dangerous team, dude. Pavelski and Hintz out here. This is still a dangerous squad. Ryan Suter, Cheney Ben, one of my favorites. Dallas is definitely it can be a dangerous squad if they put it all together.
100%. And you're right. The goaltending starts with Oettinger, though. 1.41 goals against. Holtby, you're right.
Yeah.
Stride sitting at 2.18, almost on that 1 mark. So that's huge. But I think I've talked about this thousands of times, and most of our regular listeners already know, is that you don't spend big money on a goalie after one good year. You did with Leonard. Look what's happening. Well, Dobie, 3.73 goals against. I hate to say this over and over again, but why spend the money on the guy? He's 3-3 this season with a .873 save percentage.
And Dobie's a smaller guy too, 5'11". Like, he's not a big tender when you compare him to the rest of the league. Yeah, he had a great back half of the season. 2 years ago?
Yeah,
last year, and it's like, yeah, he's a solid tender, but he's not getting the time. Yeah. You're gonna put Braden Holtby in front of him.
Well, you're going to put Jake Oettinger, 6'5", 220 kid who's 5-0 right now. That kid's a stud.
Oh, for sure.
Big reason why this Dallas Stars is doing what they're doing, and hopefully they can keep it going. Shout out to the kid. You got to ride him when he's hot.
He's almost 13 years younger than Dobie as well. It's crazy, And then, like you said, to invest that much money in Dobie at age he was 35 now, so 33 at the time. Like, it's a wild move. Yeah. I can't agree more with that. Who do we got? Oh, we got Winnipeg. Winnipeg Jets are up in the mix, holding 4th down at 12-8-4, 28 points on the season. We got a lot of teams tied at. That's 4 teams tied at 28 points. 2 through 5 are all tied at 25 points. St. Louis is in that mix as well, 12-8-4 as well. So
my boy Kyle Connor leading Winnipeg Jets with 27 points. Kid's a stud. Also getting great goaltending over there from Hellebuck. So I think this league is starting to get fired up here.
It is, man. Like you touched on Kyle Connor really stepping out this year. I'm a big Ehlers fan. Nikola Ehlers is it, bro. That he's got 9 goals on the season. I think that's going to continue to climb. And I think the squad is really producing. You got a lot of guys that are all coming together on this. Andrew Kropp, Pierre-Luc Dubois really paying off.
12 goals, right? 12 goals, second on their team in goals. That's huge. I think they're winning that one.
Yeah, definitely. Mark Scheifele's up there in the mix with 14 points. I mean, this is definitely a dangerous squad when they're all firing on the right cylinders together. They can definitely be a mix. So something's going to happen. Something's going to explode because after you got St. Louis at 5, you got Nashville at 6, 27 points, Chicago 20 points, and Arizona down at 12. And we can you definitely write Arizona off, but Chicago, who knows? They can come to life.
Look what happened in Dallas. Yeah, you never know. And Chicago has the roster. Fleury gets hot. Kane, they have a scary roster still. Don't sleep on
you can't write Chicago off quite yet. You can't write them off.
Nope, no way. Too much talent. Johnny Tay's got to find his stride back. He missed a whole season. That's not going to happen overnight. And he's been hitting a lot of posts. We saw him versus Washington. He hit post after post. He really had his chances.
3 in a row.
So you get Johnny once he finds his stride and gets his touch back. That's a scary team.
He's a dangerous guy. So I definitely expect a bomb to go off in the Central for sure. Definitely going to be shaken up every week. I feel like this is going to change. That 2 through 5 is going to be changing rapidly. But that's going to be a wild division. We touched on the Atlantic. Did we do the Pacific?
Let's touch on the Pacific. This is
the Pacific Division.
This is a scary lineup when it comes down to these teams as well. There's some teams you're not expecting and some that you were. Starting out top, though, 15-5, the Calgary Flames. You got to applaud their efforts. They've really played some great hockey so far this season.
Yeah. No pressure, I feel like.
Monahan, they have some great players out there. They've gotten amazing goaltending, right? I mean, what can't you say about their goaltending this season?
No joke, man. Like you said, between Vladar and Markstrom, both under 2 goals against, like 2.00. They're both under that. It's insane, especially in this league, to be seeing that. A lot of shot blocking, a lot of stepping up by this defensive squad. And when you got Johnny Hockey, Eric Lindholm, and Tkachuk burying and carrying the team up front, what more do you need?
Yeah, I mean, Vladar, not to go, keep going back to the goaltending, but it's just one of those nights. Vladar, 3rd in the league in goals against, 3rd in the league for save percentage, and leading the league in shutouts with 5.
Yeah, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insane.
Yep. So huge applaud to them. But right on their tail is the Edmonton Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers, sitting at 16-7, 32 points on the season. What can't you say about Edmonton? We talk about McJesus enough. You know what I mean? Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins. This team is coming alive. But it seems like what it looked like. I don't want to speak out of turn here. But McDavid hit a little slow point, didn't he?
He also
got a 5-minute major last game.
Yeah, he did. That's nothing though. I mean, when you're sitting at 42 points, this shit is all right. He gets beat up just like Matthews does. So he takes a beating every night, and forget about it, move on. But this team's deadly. 23 points from Nugent Hopkins in 3rd place, underneath Draisaitl 23, McDavid 22. I mean, Draisaitl 43. That's insane, right?
Yeah, it really is, man. Especially when you get further down this roster, there's a lot of well-known names on this roster. Tyson Barrie, Zach Hyman, Zach Kassian.
Nurse has played well.
Yeah, Nurse. I forgot Fogle was on this squad. Yeah, dude, this is a dangerous squad. We know what it comes down to with Edmonton. We know they're gonna be playoff worthy, but are they gonna be able to do anything in the playoffs?
Yeah, we'll see.
That's what it always comes down to.
Yep, exactly.
Like you said, man, I mean, literally, you talk about someone like Matthews and McDavid, just touching on McDavid's career-ending injury when he was a rookie. I mean, people were intentionally trying to hurt the kid, and they did. The guy put him in the boards and broke his collarbone. He told him, "I was trying to injure you." Like, how crazy is that? You know what I mean? It's got to be hard to be the standout star like that when everyone's just hacking you and the extra spice, the extra mustard on the hits and all that shit. It's got to be tough, man. It's a lot to battle through.
Yeah, you got to applaud the effort. Speaking of the youth, though, battling, the Anaheim Ducks, the kids are coming alive.
Yeah, we just watched a highlight reel goal from Trevor Zegras. I mean, Anaheim is coming alive. They're here in 3rd place. Definitely, they're going to be hanging out in this top 4, I think, for a while. And they're chased right behind by Vegas, but I don't want to jump to Vegas yet. But Getzlaf having a career season as well. Everyone calling him Grandpa Getz over there. 19 assists so far on the season. Trevor Zegras with 15 assists. This is insane. And Trevor Zegras just did, we talked about it earlier in the pod, lacrosse style, picks the puck up, throws it from behind the net in front. The creativity alone from this guy. Love watching him play. Love watching him do things with the puck. It's going to be an exciting season for Anaheim.
Yeah, I like where they're going. Getzlaf having a great year as well. Troy Terry, you have to mention Troy Terry, who's also off to a hot start. I like the way the future is. I don't know if these guys hang on though. There's a lot of teams battling behind them. First one on their tails though is the Vegas Golden Knights, who we already talked about. Who's going to be picking up Jack Eichel? That's
Yep. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be one hell of an addition to an already low key stellar roster. In my opinion, we talked about earlier, Pietrangelo, Mark Stone, Pacioretty, like these guys, this is a dangerous squad.
Yep. I expect big things from them. Leonard gets his mind right like he wants to do by skipping on the Olympics. Maybe these guys know that turn it on at the end of the season is all that really matters.
Right. Oh my God, I forgot Chandler Stevenson on here. 13 assists. My man is having a season. 9 goals.
Chandler Stevenson, big fan of his and the way he's developed. On their tail,
love to see former Caps just putting up numbers, bud. Love to see it.
Me too. Is the San Jose Sharks at 12, 13, and 11. The LA Kings at 10 and 10, sitting at 500 mark, can still bounce right up. I mean, they're 3 wins away, right? 4 wins away. Seattle trying to make a push at 9 and 14, and then you have Vancouver at 9 and 15, who got their first W with Bruce Boudreau the other night. So, applaud to him. His first game coaching and get a W. That's huge.
I wonder if Bruce is going to have enough to turn this team and take them from 8th place and march all the way up there. I mean, sitting 8 points behind, Vegas right now with a couple more games played. So they've definitely got to work in front of them. They got plenty of stuff to do, plenty of season left, in my opinion. Might be able to do it.
Yep. I completely agree with you. It's time.
If not, at least cause a ruckus in that division. You know what I mean? Start upsetting some squads.
Yeah, they could. It's still plenty of time for them to turn things around and have a hot end and maybe make a push for that 4th spot.
Absolutely. I can't agree more. And before I cut you off, I know you're getting ready to do it. Getting ready to shift gears and jump right into our favorite division.
Fern. That's 3
for Ferns. Let me add it to the for Fern mark over here.
The Fern. Fern.
The Metropolitan Division, Caps still holding on to that number 1 spot.
Number 1 spot in the league.
4 and 6.
They're number 1 in the league, folks. Missing Nicky
38
Backstrom,
points.
Missing Anthony Mantha. Missing Nick Dowd. Missing Garnet Hathaway.
Oh my gosh. So much depth on this squad.
Can
I tell you my favorite fact? My favorite fact about the Washington Capitals right now is that last season on the active roster, we had 22 different goal scorers on the roster. This year, 26 games played, 23 different goal scorers on this roster, 7 of which getting their first NHL goals this season with the Capitals, baby. What does that say about depth? What does that say about the future? I've never felt so good about this team, even dealing with the injuries. I've never felt so good about it.
We got a winning organization now. They know what it takes to win, and they're just 10xing it. To be able to slot guys in, rookies at that, to different lines, and they start point us with Ovechkin and Kuzi just sliding right into Tom Wilson's spot and producing.
Yep,
that's huge. We saw it. LaPierre got it going for all the rookies, getting his first one from TJ. A beauty of a goal.
I mean, Michael
is really in the mix now. He is really starting to catch a stride. You can see the confidence is coming, which I said he was lacking. He gets the puck. He takes that split second. He still makes rookie mistakes with the passing and the playmaking ability, but it's there, dude. It's there. It's very scary too.
Yeah, this Washington squad I think it's one of the best it's been, and 2018 vibes. Kuzi's having a hell of a season. He's got his stride and glide back. Nicky is on the ice. Oshie's back. Oshie was in the lineup the other night. Great to see him back on the ice. The energy was so missed. But yeah, man, definitely happy for this squad.
We got to talk about the goaltending though.
Yeah, please do. I was going to say I've gotten a few messages. People are asking me, did Sammy and Silk run into each other on the street? They got a little street beef. Are you going to lighten up on Sammy? What's going on over here?
11-1. He's 11-1, folks. I'll give you that. That's all I'm going to give you, because when you keep looking at him as a whole, if the Capitals weren't producing goals from so many players, he's letting in 2.42 a game. His goals against average is 2.42. He's not even top 15. He's not even top. Like come on.
You know what, though?
Getting the W's because the Washington Capitals are having to outscore other teams.
I'm okay with it. As
that
long as
runs out
in the net, I'm okay with it.
You need a goalie. We just talked about how great the other teams are. And yet here they are leading the league with a goalie. It's unreal. I guess when you have the offense to outscore teams.
Oh my gosh, VTech has got 5 overtime losses. What an unfortunate stat. Like, what an unfortunate stat. Feel bad for the guy.
But we've got their first OT win. That's wild to hear.
Yeah, we got to close those games out. We cannot do this again. Caps love OT. We know this from years prior. Caps love OT. We got to close that out, though, and get these points sealed up. Following the Capitals, though, we got New York Rangers in second place, 16-4-3, 35 points. They're chomping at the bit, and they're right up in the mix. I think this Rangers team is going to be a squad to be messed with as well in the Metro.
Yeah, I mean, all the name dropping, just Kreider, Zibanejad, Panarin, Fox, Georgiev. They have depth. They have great players. Yeah. Miller, like they have a great team, a great youth core. Lafreniere, hopefully he can get it going too.
Everyone's calling bust, man. It's crazy.
Right.
Hate to hear that.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Hate to hear.
I love when number ones become number ones because now we have another guy up there with Matthews, McDavid.
So much pressure though. So much pressure. Number one.
It is. And he's in the Big Apple.
Yeah. Toughest division in the league as well.
Toughest division in the league, right? You're going off a team that just fired their entire front office essentially.
Cleaned house.
Embarrassed and became the embarrassment of the league. And you're your first year in.
Yeah. Hey, here to play, bud. We're here to play.
Well, you got to start from the ground and work your way up, build a great foundation. They got that. So they're already making waves with it. Ryan Reeves was a huge pickup for them. They really brought in, they brought in from Tampa Bay. Was it Gordon?
Yeah, stole them right out, clean off the third line.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with the New York Rangers and if they can hold on to it. It's always been a great battle with them in Washington anyway. So now the 1-2 punch, those games are going to get intense.
Absolutely.
Same with this
number 3 lineup right here. You got Carolina Hurricanes coming at number 3, 16-6-1, 33 points on the season. This Carolina team is not going anywhere, bro. I think this is going to be a top 4 team in this division.
Yeah. Big huge shout out to Freddie Anderson. Freddie's playing great, looking like a stud. The pickup of D'Angelo, also a great move.
Paying off.
Yeah. So they've made some great strides as well. Svechnikov started off hot. You got Aho as well. Teravainen, the list goes on and on with this team and the way they've started playing. They've really balled in. And Brind'Amour is just he's a hop, skip, jumping away from him putting a cup in those boys' hands.
I'm a fan of Brind'Amour. I like his on ice presence. I know he got fined the other week. Go figure. They were playing the Capitals. He had some choice words with the referee, and they fined him $25,000. What a fat fine for just arguing your case. But yeah, definitely can see Carolina hanging on in this top four of this division, causing a mess. Definitely going to be come playoff time, going to be a scary squad. Holding in fourth, though, good to see Pittsburgh back up here in the top 4 in this division, 12-8-5. Pittsburgh making some moves, bud.
Yeah, maybe. Unlikely heroes for Pittsburgh right now. Getzlaf leading the team with 15 goals. Rodriguez with 8 and Carter with 7. We're missing the Crosby Malkin effect. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Chris Letang, though, killing it with the assist as always. 16. Getzel, with 12, and then Rodriguez with 10. So, their guys are doing decent.
And we got to touch on
the goaltending, right? Tristan Jarry.
Yeah, the goaltending. Look at Tristan Jarry, 11-5-4, goals against 1.92. I feel like, man, we talk a lot about this.
I think he's got 3 shutouts too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have nightmares about the Capitals goalie situation because I know it's going to be a big factor coming to playoffs. And like you said, maybe we can make a move before we get to that point. But yeah, man.
If we're going to touch on that real quick, I don't think Sammy has the mental capacity to lead into the playoffs. I really think he's going to crack. He'll crack. And the playoffs isn't outscore. You can't outscore in the playoffs. It's not that type of game.
Very true. It's a different game.
You need a goalie. How many years are we going to have to go through this before the Caps get rid of him? Like, yeah, I understand he's supposed to be the next big deal. He's not.
Very true.
Move on. Don't beat a dead horse. But hey, other people are probably saying, look at his record.
Right.
We'll see. Watch the game.
We'll see.
His record doesn't speak to the fact that it's in beach balls.
Very true. We got to talk about Columbus Blue Jackets here in 5th place, making some moves, 13-10-0, 26 points, 2 wins behind Pittsburgh here. We got to talk about Boone Jenner carrying this squad, really stepping up and becoming their number 1 goal scorer, 11 goals on the season. I mean, this is something they didn't expect out of him, and here he is.
Yeah, I expected more out of Laine, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, I think we always do. I mean, Laine, man, I feel like Laine is just he's playing. I don't know. He's playing like a middle of the pack guy, but when Laine turns it on, it's like watching a different looking McDavid. Like, I'll say that. Like, when Laine's on, when he's making good decisions, the IQ is there. The puck movement, the shot, he's got the ability. In my book, he's got the ability. I just don't know what the disconnect is.
Me neither, man. I really don't know. Maybe we need an Orlov. Maybe he needs a chick and have a kid. Find his game again.
I think he just snotted. I felt like a booger, like pink, came right out.
Live action, folks.
God, this podcast. And holding down in the 6th spot in the Metro is New Jersey at 9-9-5, 23 points. We already talked about Philly a little bit, sitting back here in 7th, 8-11-4, 20 points. And the New York Islanders going through the fucking garbage disposal, 5-10-5, 15 points on the season. What is happening to the Islanders, bud?
I have no idea, bro. It's scary bad on the island. Who knows what happens? Barzal has just been a fucking ghost, if we're speaking of ghost.
Absolutely. Barzal, Brock Nelson, Bolivier. This is the same squad they've been running with. Josh Bailey, Kyle Palmieri, Pajot. Like, what is happening? They've got nothing coming together here. We got Ilya.
The Ottawa Senators tonight in a 5-3 win.
Right. This is a weird team. Are they going to come on a late season, mid-season burner here? What's going on with the squad? Because last year, I didn't want to play the Islanders. They've got speed. They know how to bury the puck. I don't get it. What's going on this year with the Islanders, man? I really don't know.
Do you think Trotz is? I mean, do you think the coaching has anything to do with it?
Could be. I don't know. I mean, look at this. That's what I mean. I'm looking at this squad. This is the same squad they ran with last year. I don't understand it. Totally different. It's like looking at a totally different team. I did not expect this out of this club, out of this scenario, this organization, that they've really fallen off here.
Yeah,
Can we touch on orange Gatorade? Do you fuck with orange Gatorade?
It's all right. It's not my go-to.
Yeah, it's not my go-to either. But they were fucking Food Lion. They only had like 2 options.
I go yellow, red, and then purple.
Sorry to do this in the middle of hockey, but people were throwing shade. People were throwing shade at me for my orange Gatorade, and I was like, "Wait, like I get it's the breakfast Gatorade, I get it, but sometimes I just need electrolytes."
What do you mean it's the breakfast Gatorade?
It's orange, like it's orange juice. People call it the breakfast Gatorade.
That's silly. It's not orange juice.
Yes, I know that, but people say I guess a lot of people associate orange.
You know, you should read up on drinking Gatorade.
Brekkie. Is it bad for me?
Yeah.
Is it bad for me? Why is it bad for me?
Not when we use it properly, like during hockey, right after hockey. But like just sitting around and using that as your beverage of choice is not healthy.
I just worked out like an hour, 2 hours ago.
Nah, it's not. Just read up on it. Just give me. You can then make the choice. I just want you to know.
But there's zeros. At least there's zeros. I don't fuck with sugar.
Good.
It's got the aspartame. It's got the aspartame. It's still gonna die, bro. It's still gonna die.
I read something and I'm like, oh, okay, and then like I apply it, but I can't remember like why. Like I can't remember everything.
But you just know.
I know, like, hey, I shouldn't be not. I read about this. I know better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I might abuse Gatorade zeros.
Maybe cut back on them. See how it goes.
I only have one a day though.
Maybe it should be while you're working out though.
I like water when I'm working out. Gatorade gets weird. My mouth gets filmy.
I double up.
Water and Gatorade?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a true pinnacle of health.
I don't know if I'm true pinnacle of health, but It's nice.
I like water when I work out. Water is the only thing I like when I work out. Same when I skate. I like it post. I like Gatorade post for sure.
I don't get too thirsty when I lift. Playing hockey, I could use 2 water bottles, but
I force myself to consume.
I don't get too thirsty. I can
go either, but I force
myself without even touching it.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's a mental thing. I force myself to because I'm like, all right, hydrate the muscles, get the water molecules to the muscles. Like, it's weird the way my brain thinks on things. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that though, about sitting around like this. Maybe that's been holding me back this whole time. Fucking Gatorade Zero. I have mixed feelings. Now I'm upset. I'm a little bothered. I'm a little bothered that I didn't know it. Like, it bothers me because like I'm big on this. I'm just disappointed in myself.
But we just talked about this. You learn from your L's.
That's right.
And now you'll learn too, and you'll be able to share it. Like, hey, Steve, grab a water.
Grab a water. You don't need that Gatorade.
Yeah, dude. I know it tastes good and you think it's healthy because it's for athletes, but it's for performing.
And I'm an athlete. I'm an NTA, baby.
Athletes that have performed recently.
Vigorous exercises.
And lost electrolytes in their body.
I definitely
you're too electric.
Today,
you're too electric.
Too many electric lanes?
I don't know.
Am I the god? Am I the god of sparkles?
Maybe I'm telling you information that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
You know what? I was going to think is one little Google check for me.
It was on TikTok.
Then it's got to be the truth.
Shit, now I can't remember where I read it at, and I feel like a jerk because I don't want you to stop drinking Gatorade. Part of me feels like you're not going to listen to me anyway. You're like, fuck you.
Listen,
I don't care if it's bad.
I gave up fucking booze. You're going to tell me to give up Gatorade? I'm going to fight somebody. Like,
it's the one. I'm keeping the Gatorade.
Yeah, it's like it's the only thing that deviates from water that I consume is Gatorade. Like,
I just drink water. I enjoy my caffeinated drinks when I get them. Like, if I do a cup of tea in the morning or something.
Like, a cup of coffee.
I look forward to those. But
you're off coffee?
No.
Oh, the way you said it in the morning.
I don't use pre-workout. So if it's the end of the day and I'm gonna go work out, I'll drink a cup of tea. But I have coffee in the morning.
Nice, good move. Yeah, I can't take pre-workout after 5 p.m. If I take pre-workout after 5 p.m., I don't go to sleep until midnight.
I haven't tried pre-workout. I'm about to get some, and I've never tried it on this new routine where I'm up at the gym at 5 a.m. I'm excited to see how that plays throughout my whole day.
So what time are you getting up?
I'm up at 5 at the gym by 5:30.
Okay, I was gonna say, so you're gonna have to immediately chug it when you get up.
Yeah, I'm waking up and
you're gonna have to chug a bottle of water, depending on, just read your label, because a lot of pre-workouts are delivered through water, like to your body. So when naturally,
chug some water, then take it, then chug more.
I was gonna say, because naturally when you wake up, you're dehydrated from breathing all night. You get out all that extra moisture out of your body. You're already dehydrated. So maybe get a 12 ounce in you and then slam that pre-workout down. Because if not, it might release later in the day. I don't know, but you definitely need to be hydrated because a lot of them use water molecules to disperse to your muscles. So definitely look at that label on your pre-workout. Yeah. That's why I stopped dry mouthing. I used to be a dry scooper, and then I found out that's the not only is it not good for you because a lot of them are reliant on water molecules to distribute them to your muscles, but mine in particular, no dry scooping.
I do that with my creatine too. I probably shouldn't do it with that either.
Yeah, because it can just form like a clump. I don't know how it works. Doesn't your body just break that shit down?
No, you got a clump in your nose right there. You've been going after all.
Do I got a clump?
No, you've just been going after it all episode.
No, I've been trying to not touch my nose.
Anyone that's listening is being blessed. If you're watching,
I like to do this. I like to do this right on the tips of my nose. I like to go like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I've been sneezing a lot. I did the leads on Sunday, and man, have I been sneezing, bud. Black boogers, brown boogers. Should have worn a face mask.
Yeah, those work. Man, what an episode. It's been great to catch up with you again.
It has been.
Hockey's been so exciting here recently.
I just looked at the clock. Let's get out of here. I love seeing you.
Yeah.
But it's time to go.
Take care.
Yeah.
Until next time, folks.
Be well.
The The boys from Men Behind the Mitts just want to say thanks for listening. And as always, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media outlets at Men Behind the Mitts. Brought to you by Silky Mitts Hockey Club. Support the boys at silkymitsHC.com.